And from where I stand, what we do have are very emotionally driven supporters in this country of certain issues. And one of them, which has always been the issue that I have felt, especially regarding Donald Trump, is that people will support anything that they interpret as being against Trump. And that, of course, leads us to Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley, who is currently in Israel and signing bombs, saying, finish them. Do not forget, just a couple of months ago, the entire liberal class was trying to convince everybody to support this woman in the GOP primary against Trump. Say what you will about Trump. He's not doing something like this. This is so beyond sick. And the fact that you don't have people who, let's say, supported Nikki in the primary, coming out and saying, man, I really wish I didn't do that. I didn't know she was this bad. Well, of course, the average person doesn't know shit from Shinola, but that's a whole other problem. But the idea that people were championing this woman at the top of their lungs, saying that, oh, we should support Nikki Haley over Donald Trump. I don't agree, Andrew. I have a lot of issues with Trump, but his instinct is very similar to Bernie's when it comes to this type of stuff. Trump talks a big game, but the truth is he doesn't want the smoke. He recognizes how bad war actually is. He can say a lot of things right now because he's not in charge. And if he thinks it's going to help him politically, it will. He will say it. She definitely wants to be Trump's VP, Holly, no question. That's not going to happen. The fact that Trump came out and said, I appreciate Nikki wanting to be my VP, but that's totally not happening. And credit to Trump for at least being smart enough not to put her anywhere near the White House. But, Elise Stefanik is going to be trying to take Nikki's place. That's why she's doing what she's doing. I want to know what it takes for somebody to sign a bomb, to sign a fucking bomb with finish them. That is incredible. And a total lack of humanity. And here's the other thing. If we were living in a time where maybe this was a couple of weeks after October 7th, and people were being politically opportunistic about the circumstance. Like if this was October 21st, and this is Nikki Haley doing this, it would still be unbelievably disgusting and genocidal in its own right. But the idea that she's doing it now, 8 months later, knowing everything we know and everything we've seen, and she's doing this, and there are people who still want her in some position of power, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. Every last one of you motherfuckers. Every last one of you. And the scariest part is that it is the affluent liberal class that fucking loves this woman. Do they still love her? And again, Andrew, it's easy to surmise that that's what would have happened. He's not there. Who's to say October 7th would have happened? We don't know. We only know what we know now. As bad a president as I've felt that Biden has been on the domestic front, particularly when it comes to health care, a living wage, a minimum wage, and the fact that he didn't make it a point to fight for the PRO Act to end right-to-work laws in the United States, which he could have done in his first 100 days. That could have been his signature policy, and he didn't do it. That's bad enough. His foreign policy is that much worse. So again, we don't know what Trump would have done. I know what Trump did in his first term. I know that he droned a hell of a lot of people, but he at least started moving the needle in the right direction. Remember, George Bush got things started, Obama took it to 5 wars, and Trump at least attempted to pull things back. And then it was an opportunities for Biden to take us out of Afghanistan, but within 5 seconds, we're in another war. So if we're really looking at this objectively, and again, I'm not here defending Trump. We need another path. The concept that a lot of liberals fail to recognize is that the majority of people are done with this system. They want to move away from it. They want a new path. And why would you not want a new path? People can't afford to live. So unless we are cognizant of that reality, we are heading down a very dark road, and it's only going to get worse. The IDF came out earlier today and said specifically, this war will continue for at least another 7 months, which of course is also a smoke signal to say this war will continue through the election. So it's going to be front and center, and there is no way to ignore it. They're going to try. There's going to be a lot of people in high places that are going to do everything they can, like James Carville said at the beginning, to do everything in their capacity not to address Gaza, to try to sweep it under the rug. But it's not going to work.